Hello, this is Rick Anderson with the Algebra zip file, PowerPoint slideshows. As you can see, it's one of around about 8 zip files, all covering the Maths GCSE syllabus. This particular one is Algebra. And Algebra, I've got 18 topics there from the Maths GCSE syllabus. And in this zip file, there's approximately one PowerPoint slideshow for each of the 18, so around about 18 slideshows in this particular zip file, and for each of those 18 slideshows it's all common format, and it's great to have the same format, so it's easily accessible, easily understandable, because it's the same kind of format: context, summary, detail, solutions, closing questions. And there's more detail available, but let's have a look at an example. These are the sort of pictures and questions and things and methods, techniques you get on the slideshow. Let's have a look at one in detail. This is just the very first one. This is just one of the 18 algebra basics, and I always like to start with the context of where the particular topic is in the syllabus. And you can see here the 18 topics, and this is just the first one, the first slideshow. The topic of algebra basics, yeah, at this stage we're really talking about the very low grade questions. Towards the end, with simultaneous equations, iteration, etc., you're getting up towards the higher grades. I like to tell a story at the beginning, in this case just the history of algebra and where it started. Algebra, it's an Arabic origin. I then like to do just an introduction, just some basic definitions, methods, golden rules, like, methods for simplification, factorization, and then just introduce the sort of questions you could get: numeric, basic questions, or slightly more wordy applied problems. I'll often give a link to a bite-sized quiz or another website, tips as well. So then the sort of the fulcrum, the centre of the whole slideshow, is always the detail, and key formulas, for instance. What is an equation? What is an inequality? What are the sort of methods you need for algebra? Golden rules to apply, like BIDMAS and negatives. Typical questions. We move on, and I'm clicking. You'll notice the animations are set up. So I've set up many animations to make this easy to click through. You could edit it, of course, yourself. So here we have the solutions to questions, very basic questions these days, this particular slideshow, but gradually reveal the process, the logic, to solve questions before revealing the answer. And often at the bottom I'll put, how do you check the answer? Very keen on checking answers. So I just go through fairly quickly, more examples, more processes to solve before you reveal the answer. Different one, how to simplify, at the bottom there, very quick. And then more questions. I'll go through very quickly. You could go through much slower, of course. Here's one with a variable on both sides. Here's an expansion, another method. I'll pause here though, because I like to also introduce wordy questions, which examiners are very keen on, of course, these days. And I also like to introduce real world things to do with sport and music and film, etc. And in this case, the perimeter of a tennis court. And then a substitution question, and then more questions. I won't dwell on that, but we'll go to the last slide, and this is just to finish off, fast and furious, very quick questions to ensure understanding, questions and then answers. And then I'm going to just switch to another slide pack that you'll find in the zip file, and this is to do with sequences, and I'm joining it sort of towards the end of in the questions part of it. And in sequences, linear sequences we start off with. Later on we would go to quadratics, but I just pause here, and I like to introduce a bit of fun sometimes. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you can see in blue you've got a web link there, and if I were to click on that, I could go to the web, and very interesting sequence, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and also very interesting, I think anyway, web, and it's Manfred Mann, and it's just a bit of fun, 60s record to illustrate a maths GCSE problem. Thanks very much.